Oh, so okay. So actually, that's I didn't realize. When did you, I interviewed Elle, and they did say that they moved from Detroit to Grant because they to their uncle's place. Is that where you met them, or when did you?
Yeah, I was about 14 years old. I met him at school. Bunny and I went to the same school, same high school, Ottawa Hills High School. So I met Bunny first. And then maybe a year after knowing Bunny, there was a choir in school. And I wasn't part of the choir, but I used to go and visit them from time to time. And strangely enough, so did Bunny's younger brother, Bobby, so after class was over, he and I would wind up sitting at the piano and we became besties. So I became a big brother in that household because I was there all the time. I mean, we were close for at least 2 or 3 years before we started playing music as a band together. Well, maybe a couple years, maybe a couple years. But Bobby and I used to play together and hang together a lot. He was like a little brother to me. He's about a year and a half, 2 years younger than me. And he was withdrawn and he was shy, and I'm extroverted and out there. So I take him and we'd hang. I was impressed with him from the very beginning, though, and he was me, so we got close.
I, I mean, Elle talked about because they were mixed race, they got suffered abuse, both from the black side and the white side. How, from your recollection, I mean, was it a challenge for them being mixed race, in Grand Rapids at back in that days when they first moved?
Absolutely, man. In fact, I shared stuff about that in my book as well, because I used to hurt with them and for them as how they were treated because they weren't black enough to be black or white enough to be
Wow.
white. So they were just out there and isolated. Fortunately, they were an attractive family. Fortunately, they could sing. And fortunately, more important than that, they had each other. There was enough of them to, so they would not be so injured by the external treatment that they were getting. But yeah, they were not treated good. Overall, they weren't.
So, and
And not to mention the inner strife in their family and the conditions
yeah.
that prevail there, with the father being white and being abusive and the mom being black, and so it was something special.
And I'm wondering then, because you started off speaking about what it was like being black in Grand Rapids, and what you sort of experienced, and then now we're seeing a group, the Barge family, experiencing from both sides. I mean, I guess you could empathize but it must be hard to try and figure out. Well, we're also um, being discriminative to these guys as well. I mean, that's a sort of a weird dynamic if we're being racially abused by the white people, and then having these guys almost being almost the lowest of the lowest, or was it like that?
It was to that extent almost.
Wow.
But again, the beauty of it is they had each other. We all had music, and so we didn't let it beat us down as much.
Yeah.
We knew it was there, and we stayed as much away from it as possible. And I say we because, as I said, we were very close. From the time we met, we were very close, and that wasn't going to bother us or hold us down. And me being determined to get us out of Grand Rapids, that's what I did. I got us all the heck out of there and into the business.
So when so this time when you get the call to join, why did you decide to bring Bobby with you? I mean, I mean that's such a, I'm surprised that you
For
would have just
one,
said, yeah.
no, for one, because I cared about him. He was my little brother. For two, is because he was withdrawn to an extent, and I knew that he would never get out of there if I didn't take him when I had the opportunity. And the drug influence was heavy because of all the mental and emotional strife they had to deal with individually and collectively. And I just couldn't leave him to become a victim of the streets or a victim of that bad life. I couldn't do that. And I felt strong enough. At that point, like I said, I was a sought out trumpet player. So I knew that opportunities were coming for me. Plus, I was determined to do it.
Hmm.
So I figured I had a little leverage in the fact that they sought me out. So let me bring him with us. And just as after we got to Motown, it was I who initiated bringing DeBarge, the rest of them, to the label.
Oh yeah, no, we'll get to it. So you bring Bobby with you. Did you bring him to sing or to
Well,
what
he
was
was a
the?
keyboard player too. I
Oh,
was playing
okay,
trumpet and singing. He was playing keyboard and singing.
okay,
And the
okay,
band was a self-contained band, so we both fit right in.
yeah. So what was it like then? The two of you knowing each other, coming to join the other guys in YT, and then also with Barry. What was that creative process like?
Well, it was new. It was different. We could consider it competitive to a degree because everybody had something to contribute to the new group and all of that. But Bobby and I did just kind of come through a little better than, some of the others. And for example, we had one, I actually co-wrote 2 songs on the album, and Bobby wrote 1 song on the album. And, once our voices were heard, and I'm referring to our musical and vocal were heard, then we were accepted. And we were just a part of whatever was happening at that point.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that category.
And somewhere in between
us, or even loving us, on which I didn't miss you with.
What was it like growing up?
She's still making an impact on 4 houses down.
I have a couple of pieces.
trying to get this one and that one.
That works for you, but just for me,
No. Okay.
They don't understand what those boys do in all spirits.
Play it.
These guys, they all work together.
I mean, I love all different genres.